Hello everybody, today I'm here to do a TBR video, and I usually don't do TBR videos. I do wrap-ups a lot now, but TBRs are like a thing of the past for me because I never plan out what books I read in a month. I just go for it. But this month, I'm doing something a little bit different. I've planned out a TBR. You can probably already guess what it is, but I thought I'd share with you what books I plan to read this month. So obviously this month is October, which means it is Halloween. So I like Halloween. I don't love it as a lot of other people do because I'm just a scaredy cat. That's just the bottom line. So I never ever read like scary books. This year I've been a lot better about like reading psychological thrillers, books that kind of put me on edge. I've only read about 2 or 3 of them, but I still really enjoyed them. So I thought, let's just bite the bullet and let's just read a little bit of scary books this month, or at least try to. I want to. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I really would like to. So spooky TBR, if you will, full of books that are kind of scary that I think I might not finish because they'll be too scary, to books I know that aren't really scary, but they kind of just fit October for me. I have about 7 books to show you. I know I would not read all of them, but like I said, I wanted a wide array because some of them I might be too scared to finish because, like I said, I am the world's biggest scaredy cat. Anyway, let's just get, without further ado, let's get into my spooky TBR. The first book I do plan to read, these books are kind of not in order, but this is the first one I do plan to read, is With Malice by Eileen Cook. I've been saving this for October. This is a YA, like, mystery thriller, I would guess. This girl goes on a school trip to Italy. No recollection of the past 6 weeks. She didn't know she was in a car crash. She didn't had died or something like that. It's basically like there was a car accident, but maybe it wasn't a car accident. That's all I really know about this. I've heard mixed reviews about this. Some people say they really like it, some people they don't, but it's very short, it looks like, so I know I can fly through it, and it doesn't like sound like uber scary or anything like that, so I definitely want to check it out because it's like the perfect book to read in October. Like, it's like, was it a car accident? Was it not? Was it planned? Was somebody trying to kill this girl? I don't know, but I'll figure out, and I will, yeah. If you want reviews on any of these books that you plan to read, let me know as well because I will make them. The next book I want to read in October is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watkins. This has been on my TBR pile for a hot minute, and my good friend Rachel actually read this, and she really liked it, and I trust her judgment whether a book will be too scary or not because we're both kind of like on the same wavelength when it comes to that. This is about a woman who, you know, that she is like, she wakes up and she'll wake up and she'll not know anything. It's like 51st dates, one like kind of the scary thing. She has a memory where she forgets like 24 hours. She just knows that she's married and something da-da-da, but I think she can't trust her husband or something like that. I just know it's like a thriller type of book where she doesn't know what's going to happen. Like, you know, something could happen to her before she goes to sleep, and the next day she won't remember it because of her memory loss, obviously. So it sounds very interesting. I know there's a movie out there of this, so maybe I will read the book and watch the movie. Let me know if you want me to do that. I've heard the movie is not so good, but the book's really good. But if you've read this book, please let me know what you thought about it. Is it creepy or not creepy, or I don't know. You let me know. This one, again, I think I can read. Like, I know what books in this TBR pile that I'm kind of dreading to even touch because I know it's going to scare the crap out of me. The next book's not necessarily like a scary book at all. It just screams like an October Halloween book for me, and that is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendra. The premise of this just sounds so dark and gritty that I just really want to read it this month. This is about in a kingdom, these triplets are born, and they are all tucked away from each other, and they all have equal rights to the throne, and they all have magical powers. So they pretty much stay away until they're 16, and then pretty much a fight to the death with their magical powers, and whoever wins will get the throne. So it sounds really gruesome. These 3 sisters have to, like, you know, kill one another so they can become the, you know, ruler of their land. And it sounds gritty as mess, and I hope I like it. I've heard really not so great things about it. Like, a lot of people said the pacing really is not that great and the ending was great, but I still want to give it a chance because of its grittiness and darkness of it for October. I feel like it would be just amazing. Another one I've been kind of saving for October as well that I don't think is scary at all is going to be 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. I think I've tried reading it a couple times, and the first chapter is just kind of different, I don't know if I got into the writing. I don't know if I will because I know Leigh Bardugo has such an interesting way of writing, but I don't want to miss out on something I think I could love. Take, for example, The Raven by Steve Otter. When I first read that, I tried reading that a couple times and I gave up on it each time because I thought it was just, I couldn't understand it and the plot was not going anywhere and it was just incredibly slow. And then when I got over the first 100 pages, I fell in love with that series. I fell in love with that book, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. So I want to, like, let that happen, you know? Maybe this will be my new favorite freaking series, or the duology. The second book, Crooked Kingdom, just came out and everyone's freaking out about it. So is it a duology? I just don't want to miss out on it. You know, maybe I won't like it and that's okay, but I want to give it a fair shot is what I'm trying to say here. So I just want to read this and see what all the hubbub is about, whether it's amazing or not. And I think it's just a perfect October book to read because it's about like a heist. And I mean, just look at the freaking pages. They're black trimmed. It just, like, look at the cover. It just screams fallish in October. I need to read this. So this is going to happen this month. I'm going to make this happen. That's going to be hashtag Heather reads Six of Crows finally. The last three are the ones that I'm kind of hesitant that I don't know if I'll finish them just because of the scare factor alone, because yeah, I don't need to tell you guys I'm particularly scared. I told you that freaking countless times. You're like, shut up. But it's a true thing about me. Sorry, my jangly bracelet. It's so jangly. I want to check it out. And that is Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. And this is 12, I don't know how many stories, but it's all it's stories selected by April Genevieve Chakotay. And it has stories from like Kendra Blake, Jay Kristoff, Carrie Ryan, who I've read books of, Leigh Bardugo, Marie Lu, Daniel Page, Megan Shepherd. Ooh, Megan Shepherd. So it just sounds really interesting. I've read a lot of reviews on it where people have broken down each story, which one really is scary. And maybe if I know in advance that it's going to be scary, I can prep myself up for it a little bit better. You know, if I go into one page, if I go into one story and I don't know anything about it and it's scary, it'll freak me out. But if I already know it's going to be scary, maybe that'll like help me more. I don't know, but I've heard really good things about this book. Some stories were amazing, some stories were not. But I mean, this is like the perfect Halloween book. I mean, look at this cover. The cover's even freaking scary. The next book I think I could definitely read because I've read a book by this author, but it's still just, I don't know, it just sounds kind of scary. And that is In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. I actually read her newest book, The Woman in Cabin 10, this year, and I really liked it. It wasn't too scary for me at all. It was kind of like a whodunit type of thing, so I'm hoping this one is just kind of like that, like the whodunit. So this is all about a bachelorette party that's in England, which I believe they call it like a hen. Is that right? I hope I'm not like really offending anybody, but I think that's what it's called when it's a bachelorette party in England. I apologize so very much if it is. And somebody gets killed, I believe, and they're like stuck out in the woods or something, which that just really scares the crap out of me because I'm like, no. If somebody invited me to a bachelorette party that was like secluded in the woods, I'd be like, you know, I don't think I'll be able to go to that because I read too many books and watch too many movies like that. Can't do it. But I've heard really good things about this book. I liked The Woman in Cabin 10. I didn't love it, but like I said, I've heard amazing things about this book, so I'm really hoping that I love it and it will become my favorite of hers. And the last one is the one I am really nervous about because all the reviews I've heard, just the pictures in it, it's just, I don't know. If I'm honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to read it. I might get to page 10 and be like, this is too much for me. But I wanted to put it in this video because I want to at least try it. But if it scares too much to me to the point where I'm going to have nightmares, no, then I have to call it quits. But I hate to do that because it's such a, I've heard so many amazing things about it, but I have to help my conscience and my like fears. So the book I'm talking about is Night Film, Marisha Pessel. I don't know. This is like a mystery. I know this is this is such a unique book. It's like a mixed media book too. This is a about a girl named Ashley Cordova who is found dead in a warehouse in lower Manhattan, and this journalist really suspects otherwise, that she was committed like a suicide, something like that, so he really delves deep into it. Now I know the dad of the girl that died is like a huge cult horror filmmaker, so he goes deep in these message boards and he tries to really solve this case. But like I said, it has mixed media in it, so it has pictures, it has like text messages, it has stuff like that in it, and there's some creepy junk in here, I'll tell you that much right here. When I was flipping through it, I was like, I don't know. And I know you guys are probably wanting me to shut up about this stuff, but I mean, I'm just telling you like I am. You may hate funny films, and that's okay. I love funny films. See, we're different. We can get along. I do not like scary things, and you may like them. And that is okay. Everyone is totally different, and that's what makes this awesome world go round, that we all can have different, that we can all have different opinions and feelings and liking things, and we can still be friends, because this will be the one I'll probably attempt to last, because I don't want to set myself up with this right away and then be scared to read any of these other books. So I want to check it out because just the phenomenal reviews on it, and to push myself a little bit more. You know, I want to push myself, but I don't want to like really push myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but I still really want to check it out. Those are all the books that I plan to read in October. Hopefully I can read, if I read at least 4 of them, I would be happy with that. I had 7, but the ones I really want to read, that I want to read mostly, are probably Six of Crows, With Malice, what are the other ones? In a Dark, Dark Wood, and Slasher Girls. Those 4 I'm really wanting to read. So if the other 3 don't get read, I'm not going to beat myself up. If I read at least half of them, I will be fine. So if you have read any of these books, please let me know. Did you like them? Did you love them? Did you not like them? And let me know. Did they scare you? Did they not? You know, please let me know on that, because that would really help me out and make me feel better. Hopefully you guys like this spooky TBR themed video. I'm sure a lot of other people are doing it, and I thought, why not do it as well? If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and please wish me all the luck while reading all the scary books this month. Thank you guys so much. Bye.